Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? It is 7 o'clock now, getting close to reveal ourselves. But before any of that, I just want to give people enough time to get on to the live, to get the reaction and response of Q-FLO. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize our people. Oscar Grant, Trayvon Martin, Rakia Boyd, Michael Brown, Laquan McDonald, Tamir Rice, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, Betty Jones, Quintonio Legrier, Walter Scott, Eric Harris, Tony Robinson, Romaine Brisbane, Freddie Gray, Rafael Cruz Jr., Kajan Ray, Paul O'Neill, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, Terrence Crutcher, DeRavis Kane Rogers, Stefan Clark, Juan Flores, Chad Robertson, Marco Gomez, Eddie Lee Patterson, Gus Tusis, Nathaniel Edwards, Harriet Augustus, Botham Jean, Murietta Golding, Antoine Rose II, O'Shea Terry, Devon Bailey, Tatiana Jefferson, Kenneth French, Michael Dean, William Greer, Bruce Carter, Genevieve Dawes, Brianna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. Let this sink in. Let us remember. These are the last words of our people. I love you too, Sean Bell, November 2006. You shot me, Oscar Grant, January 1st, 2009. Officers, why do you have your guns out? Kenneth Chamberlain, 2011. Why did you shoot me? Kendry McDade, 2012. What are you following me for? Trayvon Martin, 2012. Please, don't let me die. Kimani Gray, 2013. I don't have a gun. Stop shooting. Michael Brown, 2013. I can't breathe. Eric Garner, 2014. I don't want to die young. Christian Taylor, August 7th, 2015. I didn't even do nothing. Samuel Du Bois, 2015. They tasing me. Walter Scott, 2015. I can't breathe. Freddie Gray, 2015. You promised you wouldn't kill me. Natasha McKenna, 2015. I wasn't ready for it. Philando Castile, 2016. I can't breathe. George Floyd, May 25th, 2020. It's going to take a moment of silence, and then you will get our reaction and response. What's up, everybody?
Excuse me. Hello. Good evening, everybody. So,
yes. This is Q. I'm Flo. We want to welcome you guys to our first live podcast episode. We're going to be dedicating to this, obviously, in response to everything that is going on. What has particularly motivated us to do this was George Floyd. So we want to make sure we give respect to his family and to everyone who has fallen victim to these injustices that have been sweeping across this nation for centuries.
yeah.
So tough, but we just want to welcome you guys here and want to thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for commenting. We're going to be responding to you in the midst of what it is that we have to say. I have my docket here to make sure we stay on pace. So please feel free to comment. We will respond verbally back to you as best and as quickly as we possibly can, because we do not want to hold you here too long at all. So thank you guys. Also, we are proud to be a part of different teams with different businesses being brand ambassadors, and we love the work that they were doing, their response as a company to the injustices, getting involved, donating. And so as being proud brand ambassadors, we will let you know those companies and the codes you can use to get a discount to go ahead and support. And that's really what it is that we want to do, is be a pillar of support for one another. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into this docket. First and foremost, hear from the nurse here, the nurse herself. We know that there's a lot of peaceful protests going on, a lot of large gatherings. And so we are, of course, obviously people. So we're concerned for people and their health. And so we just wanted to give this COVID-19 update and just make sure people, when you do whatever it is you have to do, let your voice be heard, but be safe in doing it.
Yes. So I'd like to commend all those who are protesting in peace. Thank you for doing what needs to be done. I do want to just throw in some information though. So COVID-19 update. There's been a recent increase of 21,000 cases and 909 deaths. New cases were reported due to the easing of social distancing. So, they're opening more stores, beaches, and then of course we do have the protests, which is not part of the ease of social distancing, but there has been a lack of social distancing throughout the protests. Especially with the Memorial Day weekend happening. 1.92 million cases and 111,000 deaths. So everyone has been doing phenomenal, staying at home, keeping themselves safe, keeping healthcare workers safe by staying home. But in this time, I understand that it is important to be out and to do what needs to be done. But if you are not going to be doing any protesting, if you are not going to be getting groceries or doing the essentials, please still stay home. COVID-19 is still out there. It is still just as impactful and as dangerous as it was when we all started hearing about it. It has not diminished in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So, yes, if you're out there, your mask, your hand sanitizer if you have it, whatever you need to do to keep yourself safe. And if you don't have to be out, if you aren't protesting, then support from home. That is okay.
Alrighty. Thank you for that word. It's very educational. We got to make sure we know what's going on, taking the proper precautions. And so the overall objective of our reaction and our response to the recent events is to drop a seed. And I'm not talking about the regular the regular traditional way of spelling seed. I'm talking about CEED. It's an acronym. It stands for confront, educate, express, and direct. So that's our objective here, right? Is our hope is that our expressions, you guys that are watching, if you guys go ahead and share the video, because we want you to be involved in watering this seed, so we can move into a brighter and to a better future. But before we do that, we do have to know where it is that we came from. We have to know our history. If you do not know, history has a way of repeating itself. So I say this over and over again. I say it a lot when I have to do like public speaking or any speeches, or in my own personal work, is history can be used as a weapon for destruction or a tool for construction. And so let's talk about this history. The first problem, the first wrong decision, the first sin, and this is all from my perspective, is that our own people sold us off into slavery. Why? For their own self-benefit, jealousy, selfishness, seeking to uplift self and not country. We wronged ourselves. Second, the European people came over to Africa and they accepted the trade and purchased slaves, Africans, princes, kings, women, and children, sold into slavery, off into a country to prepare itself, to put itself in a financial position to break itself free from Great Britain, to rid itself of paying taxes. Year 1619. So the first thing, my first call is for us people, we have to forgive ourselves. Black people, Black America, we have to forgive ourselves first. Then show that respect, that love, that appreciation to our own people. We didn't do that in 1619. We wasn't respecting each other, supporting each other, loving on each other. We weren't doing that. So if we're not doing it amongst ourselves, how can we expect any other race, any other nation to respect us? So let's unite. Let's be one strong 41, 42 million, I believe, Black people strong. Let's be one nation within this nation. To the white people of the world. And I say white just like that because you know what white people I'm talking about. So to you, to all of you, you know who you are. You guys are intelligent enough, you're smart enough, you understand English. You know, you got all your faculties in order. So I want you guys to just take the blinders off. Put your glasses on, put your contacts in, spectacles. I mean, open your eyes, whatever it is you got to do. But face the fact that the truth of the matter is that this is the truth. This is our history. And you guys have subjected us since 1619. It's almost been 401 years now to this type of ridicule, this type of disrespect, profiteering off of our skills, our likeness, our knowledge, our trade, our skills, our culture, all for the benefit of yourself. It's baffling to me because I did a little history. The Constitution was ratified in 1788. We came here in 1619. We're talking about 196 years. We were already here, and the Constitution was written with not us involved in it at all. That pains me, that disheartens me. I just sat back and realized, like, dang, the Constitution, it gives people rights, not us, because we were not thought. There's been a system put in place to ensure that the way in which we came over here as slaves, we will remain that way forever. But we didn't stop there. We didn't give up. We didn't settle for that. We settled in this country. We went to work. We endured much pain, being ripped from our kids, being ripped from our families, being demonized, having our own men demonize our own women just to produce more slaves. And now today, it sounds a little familiar, doesn't it? So many of us men demeaning our women through music, having babies, and not being around. Systematic, psychological, brainwashing. Hundreds of years have passed, and what have we done? What have we done? To many, we ain't done nothing. But I'm going to tell you, we have done something. We've accepted this foreign land, built America, fought for America and America's independence, fought for the end of slavery, fought to be respected and seen as humans through the civil rights movement. You know, small steps, baby steps. All of this we have done, and it's just baffling to me to still see today all of our ancestors, all of our people of the past, all the work that they put in, they dedicated to their lives towards the future, because they knew it wasn't going to be for them. They were focused on our future, me. And now I have to focus on my kids' futures and their grandparents' futures. We have to keep talking. We cannot go to sleep. We have to stay awake. We can't let this die down a week from now. We've had our time, and it is unfortunate, and I do not like it. But we had the memorial service of George Floyd. That's our grieving right there. But we cannot stop there. We have to keep pressing on, united, keep on speaking, keep on talking until the change has been cemented in the Constitution, and it includes us. We have to keep talking. We have to keep talking. We cannot allow ourselves to continue to be mistreated this way. We can't do it. If it makes them feel uncomfortable, great. If to them it's backbreaking, it's soul burning and soul crushing, great. Because I could talk to any white person and they can't say, well, put yourself in my shoes. And they look like, that's me getting whipped? Can I, man, me at home doing what I'm supposed to do, you know, teaching my kids stuff and playing video games, and I get shot dead and killed. Man, I just can't see it happening. So if you cannot see it happening to you, it should never be happening to us. It's just that simple to me. It's just that simple to me. So, my call to the white people, the good white, I didn't say white, I said white. You guys understand, you hear our cries, you're out there marching with us, you're speaking for us. I've seen posts all weekend. I've seen white couples, and they clearly say 85 years old, and we still fighting and still trying to let y'all know that black people's lives matter. See, those people, we commend, they're now grandparents, of course, but we now commend those individuals who have taken that approach and stand with us. We need more. We need you to also implore the people that are on the opposite side of you, the whites. So the white people, we need you to employ the whites to see us as people. Not machines, not dogs, not property, but humans, equal. That's what it is. And I commend you guys because systematically, this is what they've done to ensure that we're less than. They have used the social media, they have used posters to go ahead and demonize black people as black equals darkness, and darkness is bad. Only see them as machines, dogs, entertainers, thugs, drug dealers, gangsters, killers, rapists, rappers. Through all of that, y'all still see us as people. So I commend you, but implore you to do the same with all of your friends, all of your families. Get them to understand. I commend the young lady going at it with her own parents, trying to make it clear as to why. And it's a shame. Her parents raised her, and she got the sense enough to understand and educate herself so she can understand what her brothers and sisters from another mother and father are going through. Mm-hmm. So I commend her on that. And you guys that are watching here, I saw some hearts there. I appreciate you guys. That means you're supporting what it is that we're saying. But we are who we are because, you know, we have a good spiritual foundation.
That's right.
We have morals and ethics. And if you don't see us as that, it's because we give the credit to our parents who have raised us. Yet, important is our beliefs that we are saved by Christ. And we will forever follow in his footsteps. Wherever he leads us, that's where we will go. Mm-hmm. And that is why we are here today. It's because God has compelled us. He has moved us to create a platform so we can spread more light into this world. So if that resonates with you, I want you guys to go over to savedbychrist.com. It is a Christian apparel business, and you can use our promo code TheVillage to get yourself 15% off. But I will go ahead and end this. 401 years come August 20th. We've come a long way. But I believe if we become the Energizer Bunny, if we move quick like the Road Runner, that we could quickly, swiftly put as much pressure on everybody as we possibly can, and we can see change a lot quicker than waiting for another 401 years. All right. That's what I have to say. We're going to move right along into our next topic that we're going to talk about, and that is police encounters and brutality. This is going to be our response. This is going to be our stories that we've encountered ourselves personally, and yeah. All right.
So I'm pretty sure people would be surprised to know, but I've had a few police encounters. The most vivid was when I first started working, and I would work the swing shift. So it was like a 2 in the afternoon to about 10 o'clock at night, 2 to 10:30 at the hospital. And it was about 30 minutes away from my grandparents' house, which is where I grew up. And so, I would call my grandparents and let them know, like, okay, I'm leaving. When I get in the car, it's like, okay, I'm in the car now. I'm on my way home. And they know, especially my grandpa, they knew exactly how long it was going to take for me to get home. And so this one time I was pulled over. I was pulled over by a police officer. And for those of you although there's a lot of you who don't know, if you haven't watched the Hot Seat podcast, Our Beginnings, where my grandparents live, it is out in the middle of the desert. As in, there's no one there. There are no street lights. They live on a dirt road. So I was pulled over, and it's dark, and, I think I cracked my window just enough. And as soon as the police officer came up to the window, my grandpa calls me, because by that time I should have already been at home. And I tell him, like, I just got pulled over by a police officer, and he, first instinct, keep the phone on, just set it down. So he was on the phone, and, the police officer, do you know why I stopped you and all this? And I'm like, no. He's like, well, I'm not here to hurt you. You can roll the window down. And I looked at him, my eyes about this big, and I honestly told him, I'm not one to lie, and I can't honestly say that I know you're not here to hurt me. So this is enough for us to talk, and I can slip you anything you need through it, but anything other than that, I am not comfortable doing. And it shocked him. He took a step back. He was truly, genuinely shocked. And now, not to say that every police officer is bad, mm-hmm. but I don't know you, and you don't know me, so mm-hmm. I don't know. And at that time, I think I was maybe like 18, 19, so I was young. So, but yeah, it ended fine. Got home, my grandpa was like, you handled it very nicely. And then he gave me tips because apparently being in the shelter of being out in the far, far away desert, there were some things he needed to educate me on because, I was just talking to the police officer like he was a whole nother regular person because to me, he was a regular person. My grandma was like, that's okay, except, and without saying, because of your skin color, not every police officer is going to respond to you that way. He didn't say that, but he said that. He just, next time, if ever it happens, if you're not already on the phone, because I always had some way to put it to the car, so I never had the phone in my hands. He said, if you're not on the phone, just dial the first number so anyone can hear you. And because we have that available to us now. And he's like, don't make any sudden movements, do whatever they say, and just be as polite as you can, which is, for me, not a problem. But what he meant to say was, don't do the talking back, thinking that it's just another person and they're going to treat you like everybody else. And so I had been pulled over a couple other times, and it was all like fix-it ticket stuff. There was a light out on my car. So it was nothing where it was aggressive, but there was one time where I had my daughter in the back seat and she was still in a rear-facing car seat, so she was little. She couldn't have been 2. She was tiny. And I don't know why, but I was just so nervous. I don't know if it was because she was there or what, but I was so nervous, and the police officer came, and it was a completely different attitude than that first encounter. And he was just, what were you doing? I was driving. Like, I honestly didn't understand why he came with such aggressiveness and such an attitude, and I was shocked. I didn't know what to say, except the first thing that came to my mind, which was the smart answer, I was driving. Like, that's why I'm in a car. I don't know what you want me to say. So he did the whole thing. I was there, and then he let me go. I have no idea why he stopped me. It was never shared. It was asked. It was never shared. He just stopped me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are interesting, but those are nice stories.
Well, I said I had a bad.
I'm gonna give you guys
experience.
two quick stories. Probably 3 quick stories actually. So my first encounter was me leaving California, driving to Grambling State University, and I was, if y'all know me, y'all who are watching, y'all know Graham fam all day, every day. Okay, since day one. And we go back to 1906. You feel me? So the moment I got the call to go play basketball, I was super excited. I got in that car and I drove full of excitement. When I got to Texas, I'm on the freeway. It's during the day, during the early morning part of the day. This is like an 18-hour drive, y'all. And so I'm feeling it, 'cause I'm like, ooh, about 300 more miles? Yeah, man, I can't wait to see this campus again. And I was speeding, didn't realize it, 'cause I was jamming, I was into the music, everything. There go the flashing lights. Oh, Lord, they done told me about driving through Texas. What is gonna happen? Pull over to the side, see the cop come out. He just over here just patting at the gun on the way to the car, just patting at the gun. And he got it in his holster, he didn't take it out, he's just patting it. Now I'm sitting there shaking in my everlasting boots.
Oh my gosh.
My hands are shaking, I'm on the steering wheel, I look, yes sir, no sir. I just went straight country, all the way back, like I was a slave, because I was that scared. No sir, I'm going to school, I'm driving for California. I'm not from here. I'm just trying to get to Grambling. That's all I'm trying to do. I just want to make it to ground. I just want to make it. And then he leaned in on the car and said, "That's good. That's good right there, boy. That's good. That's good right there. Go ahead and get your education. That'll give you a better chance in your future." And he let me go, but I was scared. I thought my life was over when he leaned down, because like I said, he over here, he patting on it.
Who pats their gun?
He over there just patting on the gun. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, be a fence all around me. Next story, real quick. I was with my uncle, and we were in Louisiana. He's a pastor. We're on the freeway. We were playing gospel music. He was driving, and he was feeling the Holy Spirit, and he was speeding. We got pulled over, and it's state patrol. So any police officer, state patrol, they don't play out there. And I was scared again because I drove by myself, and now I'm here with my uncle. And the officer came up. What y'all boys doing out here? What you doing? Where you think you going moving that fast? And then grace of God, my uncle, he always pays the police department. He gives donations and all of that. He had that sticker right there on that front of the windshield. And he said, oh, okay, you support us. All right, that's good. I appreciate that. Y'all have a good day. And man, that's when my uncle's like, hey, if you live down here, it's best you support them because they'll pull you over in a heartbeat. So I'm going to school, last story, going to school, and there was a police that killed a young man, and I had to be, I was sent to go pick up a women's basketball recruit. She was coming in to play, and I guess I was speeding. No, I ain't gonna lie. I was speeding, y'all. In the middle of the dark, there ain't no street lights. This is country, okay? Only thing you can see is what the headlights show you with that white line right there to the left. Them signals went on. I'm like, hey, ain't nobody even out here. I sped, y'all, 120 miles per hour, hit that first exit, cut the car off, lights off, everything. I was scared. So those are my stories. They still got me shaking just a little bit just talking about it now, but it is nothing compared to what it is that we're witnessing with the police brutality. This is ridiculous. I commend Colin Kaepernick. To all the people who want to apologize to him now, we knew you were sorry when you weren't supporting them then, including the NFL. We knew y'all were sorry then. So you don't need to come say you're sorry now. What you need to do is get on our team and let's move forward and overcome this. Let's end this racism. Let's end this police brutality. There ain't no time for apologies. It's time for action because this is ridiculous. And so seeing all of that, I commend Colin Kaepernick for what he did, but we have to end this police brutality. It makes no sense that the state of Minneapolis had to enact some type of law or policy that says any cops that are seeing their co-workers using excessive force, now you have to you're going to be held accountable if you don't try to stop them. That should be common sense. That should be common sense. I don't care how you want to paint George Floyd or whatever the case may be. I didn't listen to the whole story. I didn't watch the video because just hearing people say it, I already broke down. I couldn't. It's been a tough week. So if he's claustrophobic and he only feels comfortable in his own space, okay, he might. Let me be devil's advocate. He might have been resisting because he don't want to go in a cop car. He's uncomfortable. He can hardly breathe, all of these things, and he's by himself at the moment. So he might be, but the moment that you have him in a position to where he is secured, you pick him up, you take him to the cop car. You don't sit there and you just rest on him, take a nap on his neck, and all y'all just sitting there watching. That's ridiculous. You have the citizen apprehended. You don't need to go ahead and use excessive force. And I think that's where people forget that there are no masters on this earth. None. Ain't nobody a master. We're all at the service of. I don't care if you're a Fortune 500 CEO. You have to report to somebody. We all have to report to somebody. We all do what it is that we do every single day to be of service to other people. So do you, cops. It says right there to protect and serve. And I think somehow they forgot that serve is a part of their duty, to be of service.
And protect.
And protect, not harm, not vilify, not, oh, I'm scared for my life, even though I'm the only one out of the two of us that got a killer in the hand. Taking off running, let me go ahead and shoot him to kill. For what? He running away from you. How are you in danger now? So this has to stop. We have to keep talking. We got to keep screaming. We got to keep yelling. We got to keep marching to end all of this. We have to start creating good habits. We have to create good habits. The cops have to create good habits. I appreciate the cops that have been out there professing this is wrong, this isn't right, posting videos. We need to do better. This isn't what our job is for. We're destroying people's constitutional rights. I would love that he said that, but at the same time, the Constitution was not written for us. And so people have been ingrained over these hundreds of years as though those rights don't apply to us. So that's issue that we have to address right there first. But still, they're doing the best that they can, giving out their messages in solidarity, joining with us. One cop himself, he lost his job because of his video, got over 400,000, now over 3 million views. He lost his job. He's like, nah, y'all gotta take that down. What you said was good, you know, at 5 o'clock in the morning, but come 9 o'clock, it ain't good no more. Too many people done seen it. Take it down. He's like, no, I'm standing on my word. I'm standing on my principle. We need to change this. This isn't right. We're here to serve and protect. We're not here to do all the extra rigmarole. We're not here to do all of that. So I like that they're trying to encourage their brothers and sisters in blue to create new and better habits. And like us, we're proud brand ambassadors of Habits 365. So because of you guys, because of your viewership, this is why we get to become brand ambassadors, and we're going to go ahead and give you the promo code so that way you can support these businesses and what it is that they're doing, the positive messages that they're trying to push forth. Saved by Christ, creating good habits and sticking with them every single day of our lives. You have to do that with humility. You just have to. Every single day we wake up. So make sure you head over to habit365.com. Use our promo code FW15. That will get you 15% off.
So we have a comment here from Miss Ashley Clark. Look up 8 Can't Wait. And so it includes excessive force is one of the 8 policies this group is trying to have implemented for police in all major cities. So basically what Floyd was saying, that police will have to intervene when they witness another police officer using excessive force.
Which should be common sense. Be a good Samaritan.
So she was just saying that it's crazy it's not already required, which yes, it is.
Crazy.
And then requiring warning before a cop shoots and using all other alternatives before shooting are ones too. Which to me...
Well, they've taught alternative ways. You just want to go out there and be Grand Theft Auto against us for no reason. This ain't a game.
It makes sense. If, as a civilian, I'm supposed to let someone know I have a gun and I will shoot. Like, if I have to let somebody who enters my house to endanger me possibly, that I am going to shoot them, then why shouldn't people who always carry a gun for the protection of others have to do the same thing? Why is this now just something that they're like, you know what? We should implement this. We need to get them to implement this. I thank those who are saying this needs to be implemented. However, for whoever way back when decided to start police force, it should have already been. Because as you said, it's common sense.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, that's where, if my history is correct, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that's where Crips and Blood started. Those are gangs that were created to protect the community from the outside dangers. Now, unfortunately, over time, they turned for the worse. Ain't no different than fraternities or sororities. It's all supposed to be about, we right here with each other.
Yeah.
We right here together. We're linked up. That's what
I'm okay. I don't know what you're doing.
We're here. We're united as one, as brothers, as sisters.
Right.
Of, AKA the Omegas and Alphas. But all of a sudden, it turned to, we got to beat you up to join. All of the hazing. It's just, we just losing our way. And we have to come. We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. And unfortunately, George Floyd, his his unfortunate death has become a catalyst. It has reignited the fire. And I'm telling you right now, we better not let the words of Gianna Floyd reign untrue. No, we ought to make sure that her daddy changed the world. Just plain and simple. Just that plain and simple. Okay? Jesus, she ain't gonna have her dad. But she can always be firm. She can always keep a positive mind when she sees all the change because of her father has sparked everyone. And I would say that social media and media is a terrible thing, but for right now with us, it is a powerful thing. It is a great thing because all of a sudden, black people are really dying in the streets. Oh my gosh, I never knew this. Oh, I'm seeing it on TV now. Oh my God. No, we've been telling y'all forever. Forever. And that's why I said educate. You gotta make sure we educate ourselves because our history isn't taught in school.
Only a small piece of it.
Yeah. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks in the discussion. Maybe Malcolm X. And that's ridiculous. So make sure you educate yourself. You got to make sure you educate yourself, us as black people, so we can understand where we come from. And hopefully that uplifts our self-confidence and respect for each other and ourselves as well. And then to all the whites out there and white people, help push and educate as well. Because this isn't on us. We were brought here. Our ancestors were brought here. They didn't say, oh, I'm in Britain. I just want to come over and create my own little space and, get rich and all of these wonderful things and be civilized and, just have a grand old time. It's just, yes, it's so wonderful. We didn't have that. We got whipped, torn from our families and brought over here. I'm sorry. I went too long on that particular one. We gotta move on. We gotta move on to the next one. Jeez, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so like I said, seed, confront, educate, and express. So tell me, how did you feel when you saw what you saw, and it has been a collection? We have like 3 in a row in the past like 7-8 weeks. Just being news articles coming through, seeing it on the news,
so
and then seeing that.
I personally was in uncharted territory. I didn't know what to say, how to feel. I was just existing, I guess I could say. To me, it just makes no sense to come so far. And then I have a wide variety of friends, and I see some of them in their posts, and because someone is always connected to another person. So my heritage connects me to these people who have been murdered. We come from the same area. Others, police officers, my dad, and I like to always try and see both sides. They're putting their lives on the line, trying to do the best that they can to protect and keep people safe. And that, that can be very stressful and it can be really taxing. But part of being human, part of being an adult is knowing when you need to take a break, because everybody can take a vacation when it becomes too stressful and everyone becomes a target. You can take a vacation. It doesn't matter what your job is. You can take a vacation. You can choose not to, or you can choose to do so. And you have to think about your mental health, because if you yourself are not healthy, you cannot help anybody in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And so I don't understand how anybody can get to a point where it's I'm just so scared. Okay, well, maybe you need to take an extended leave of absence, talk to somebody about what your fear is so you can work through that, because it doesn't make sense to have all of these resources and just be like, nah, I'm going to use my gun. No, I'm just going to target these people. I understand that racism is systematic. It is ingrained in the fibers of America. It is. Sadly to say, it is. And I understand that. But there are so many different avenues. And it's not like racism wasn't being expressed before. It just wasn't so open. It was different. It was...
Yeah, because media wasn't there. You wouldn't know.
Yeah,
you just true. Like it's only confined to my town, and that's it.
Right. I can see what's the racism here, but I can't see all over everywhere. Now I can see all over everywhere. It's like, dang, what I got over here is nothing. I'm glad for the little bit I have here, which is terrible because I shouldn't be glad for any of it. It should not be. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm in the medical profession. I can take one person of every race in every region, and if I cut you right here on your neck, I guarantee that all of the blood that spills will be the same. Red. I guarantee that if I decide to do an autopsy on all of those people, they are all going to have the same kind of organs, same kind of tissue. I guarantee it. I know this for a fact. So how can you tell me that it's okay to treat one like an animal, but another one like a human being? Do you not know that technically humans are animals? They are mammals. We all fit in some kind of a category. It doesn't matter what the outside looks like. On the inside, we are all of the same.
Yeah, people more worried about all dogs matter. All dogs' lives matter more than Black lives matter.
I mean, it's all life matters. And it doesn't make sense at any point in time to say, I have the right to end it. There is only one who has the right to say, I have the right to end your life here on earth. And he is not here on earth. So if you are here on earth, you do not have that right. So stop abusing the power that people have granted you to keep them safe. Black people vote. Did you think that you were in office just because the wind blew and they said, Carl. Hey, you?
That's right, Carl. You ain't no animal. You a black king. We kings out here, man. We kings.
I'm talking scientifically in species. Come on now.
No, that's how they treating us like animals. So therefore, he ain't no animal. That's right. Claim it. Proclaim it. Shout it from the tallest mountain into the lowest valley.
Either which way it stands. We are the same. We just look different. And looks are not a reason to end a life. The fear that someone's look can give you is not a reason. Fear is a personal thing. That's a you thing, so you need to go fix that for yourself. There is nothing I can do about this. This is it. This is also very beautiful. And if you don't like it, I can't help you with that because I can't change this. This is me. I am a kind, caring, compassionate, registered nurse who takes care of patients no matter what is going on in their life. Surgical, cardiac, nervous system, they wanted the bunion moved from their toe, whatever. White, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. I do all of that. I am human. I do those things. So because you have a gun on you, if the mood strikes you, it's your right to take my life? No, it is not. It just makes no sense. There is nothing that anybody could tell me and they could speak for the rest of everybody's lives. And I will still not understand how people can have such a narrow mind to say, I understand. It makes sense. It's okay to put tear gas on a child who was at a protest. And I know people, why was the child there? You're concerned that the child was there supporting something they believed in.
Trying to create a better and more inclusive generation by educating that young child.
For themselves.
No, we're not doing that black and white and putting in lines. Nope, we're in here together. That's something positive.
But you want to look at the adult who allowed the child to do what they truly felt was right, rather than look at the adult who assaulted the child. How does that make sense? The child should have never been there. No. That adult should have never harmed the child.
Right. That's true.
Like I said, I have a lot of words, I have a lot of feelings, but they all boil down to, I don't understand how this is a mentality anybody has.
And
I don't.
I would say, before I give my emotional side to it, just want to let you guys know the game that we're playing is actually real. Okay? We want you guys to go ahead and support us on all 9 of those social media platforms. I want you to go ahead, and now here is the clue, to head over to the real Floydell on Instagram. So if you have a secondary device, make sure you head over there. What it is that I'm looking for you to tell me is, what am I trying to portray? What image did I create, and what am I speaking towards? So the first person who gets that, you know what you win. Second person, third person, you know what you got. So that is actually real. I felt compelled to do it, being that the times that we were in. I feel that any type of help is good help. So I'm just trying to take my first step towards being a part of changing the future, and that's what I have to say on that. But expressing myself emotionally, my thing is, first and foremost, that 400 years just kills me.
It's a long time.
That's a long time, man. That is 400. That is a very, very long time. And in all of those years, we're not asking for people to look at us different or any of that stuff. What I feel we're really pleading towards is trying to get people to change their hearts, to change their minds. And I know that can take time, but 400 years? Come on, man. It shouldn't take that long for your heart to be broken and feel as though that there are not injustices. No, there isn't. There's none of that stuff's not real. It just doesn't happen because it doesn't happen to me. Well, you brought us here to benefit you, capitalizing off of us. So there ain't no way you're ever going to feel anything, because you are descendants of the people that founded this country. So what we're asking for you is to have a heart. Open your mind and to understanding and being compassionate and trying to redirect the way that you treat and interact with us. That's all that is. We do that, we're taking a step forward, because like you said, it is ingrained from everything from A to Z. We need to be here. Darkness is at the bottom, black at the bottom, whiteness up here. It's just terrible. So, black man, how did I take that? She could tell you, I have not been present for probably the past 2 weeks. I can't focus. I can't work. I ain't eating. Be honest with you, I ain't slept. I got 30 minutes before we went on here. A nap. I have not slept. It's just waning. It's just waning in on me. I mean, the Fred Hammond, Kirk Franklin, that helped a little, but it's just because I feel insignificant. that all the good that I'm trying to do, that I'm trying to bring out into the world, raise these 3 young, innocent, beautiful children. My parents did the same to me to try to prepare me for this world. And it seems like everything that they put in me, it's like it don't matter. I'm gonna look past all that anyway and shoot you. I don't care. I don't care that you're walking. I don't care that you have a Tesla, that you have a BMW, that you got a rust bucket, a Pinto. I don't care what you got. You wearing a suit, got a hoodie on, exercising, taking a casual run through a neighborhood. No, it's gonna shoot you anyway. Cause I don't, you know, it's just like, dang, really, nothing. I'm an apparition. We're all our adjective, our black people, our adjective is incommodious. We're just nothing. We're an inconvenience, which is so ignorant to even have to feel that way, and for you to think that way. We're an inconvenience? You should have left us where we was at. And you could have got off your lazy butt and started picking cotton and doing all that stuff your darn self.
Right. We're an inconvenient then.
So it's that. Ooh, Jesus, be offense. I gotta keep this PG. So I gotta keep moving on. Okay, we gotta keep moving on. So that's how I felt, and we raised our kids. We got a queen, king, princesses, and princes, because we trying to implement that mentality that you are somebody. Regardless of what people say, no matter what they throw at you, you got to stay mentally strong, and you are somebody. And I feel we have to do some work in a part of changing the future, because it isn't all on us. We didn't write the laws. We didn't make sure we would get discriminated against. We didn't make sure we could get shot. We didn't make sure we can get raped. We didn't make sure we can go pick some cotton. We didn't make sure we left Africa. We didn't make those decisions. Decisions were made for us. So
we can decide to prepare, arm, and educate the next generation
as best we can.
And that's all races.
Because we do that vigorously, we can quickly turn some things around. So that leads us to this, the call for direction. What is it that we can do? Well, what can we do? So I feel that what we can do as black people, first and foremost, is remove the side eye. Just get rid of the side eye. And what I mean by the side eye is when your brother and your sister come to you and they have this idea, they have the audacity to go against Fortune 500 companies, to go against Starbucks, to go against all of these top these top restaurants, go up against all these top financial firms, just trying to go and compete against people that have been up here since the beginning of time. They have the audacity to try to go against them by starting their own business, being completely absorbed in it, compassionate with it, just truly like, oh, this is what it is. I'm called to do this. Support them. You got to give them a shot. Don't just look at them and be like, you just starting. Nah, I'm good. I'm going to go over here to this white guy. You don't know nothing about investing. You don't know nothing about houses. You're too young. What do you know? You're black. I'll just go with Jimmy. Jimmy and Tom, they just did such a beautiful job, you know. Brittany, she shows me just the greatest things to do. No. Give our people, we need to give each other that opportunity. We need to support each other in our endeavors. And if someone comes to you and it's like, bro, don't be like, bro, that don't even make no sense. That's not right. That's not cool. That's not going to work. No. Change your mind and be like, that is a great idea. What you can do, you can just turn it. You just tweak it like this and then watch. Watch what it do for you. Use your knowledge. Use your skills. Use your tools and resources to uplift, because all that's going to do is come back your way. That's all. all the black people here, we know about pastors' anniversaries. Basically, what they doing is passing money to each other. They just keep passing around over and over in a circle. They just keep it on rotation. They just keep it circulating, people. They just keep it circulating. And that's what it is that we have to do and understand. We help one another. Somebody gonna come over here and help me, and we just keep it going. Over 40 million people. We're a whole country in a country. Mm-hmm. We spend over $1 trillion. We have power. We got that soul power. We just need to connect, support each other, and let's get on the same page. Like just stop. Just make sure we get on the same page. So with that being said, all of you guys that are still here watching and listening, I want you guys, if you own a black business, go ahead and drop it right now. If you know of a black business, go ahead and drop it right now, because I feel compelled, we feel compelled to just go all black everything. So we need your help. We have a few businesses, Grill Fresh, South LA Cafe, Doolin's, Taco Mel, South Cafe Creole. We have all of these different businesses that we do know and we go ahead and patronize, but we know there's more out there. Right. So please send it our way, send it to us. In addition to, we need some help. So if you know of a black-owned business that's able to print shirts and sweaters and hats and all of those things, drop that in the comments too, because we have nearly 20 designs and we don't know who or where or how, because this is foreign to us. Mm-hmm. So we need your help. We need your help in that. So the first person that go ahead and does that, what we're going to do, and once we get connected with that individual and we have the ball rolling, we're going to make sure every design that it is that we got, we're giving it to you free. So if we got 20 designs, you're going to get 20 items from us across all of the platforms that we have together. Right. So that's what we want to do. But we can't do it without you. We honestly don't know where to go. We just sitting on designs, don't know what to do with them. So just help us.
Please.
I mean, I can't make shirts out of paper, y'all. I mean, I can do it, but ain't nobody want to wear that. I'll be all chest all paper, cut it up and stuff. No, ain't nobody want that. So please help us with that. Please go ahead and educate yourself. The next thing you can do is educate yourself as black people. We got to get politically educated. We cannot run and get scared or don't want to talk about politics, all of this stuff. We have to make sure we're involved, because that's where the decisions are being made. Mm-hmm. That's where the budgets are getting written out. So we get out there, we get more involved in it, we can curve out some more money for the things that black people are doing, that we're trying to put out, that all of us creators, all of us entrepreneurs, all of us business owners are putting out to help and to be of actual service to people.
That's how we're going to affect actual systematic change. Yes.
That is very true. So let's be knowledgeable. Let's get out there and vote. Let's read. If you're afraid and you don't know, you can come talk to me. I know a little bit something. My dad's a history teacher. He's always into the politics. We always talking about it. So you're afraid you don't know, just come talk. You can talk to me. Ain't no problem. You can hit me up and we can chat it up, get you up to speed on what's going on. Me personally, I am not up to speed on what's going on here in Los Angeles. But I will get up to speed because I just recently registered to vote. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just going to be honest. So, white people, what can you do? Have a heart of understanding. Have a desire to educate yourself on black history so you can understand why we get angry like that. So that way you can understand what it is that we all went through. And to me, going through 400 years of all of that, I think that has psychologically become hereditary and passed down to us. I just feel that way.
Kat, I'm sorry, I'm gonna need you to explain that.
I'm gonna explain that. Studs is what they call them, or thoroughbreds. They like to call them brothers, shoulders buff and the thoroughbreds. Yes. Bring the women in here, pump, send them on their way. Give me some more slaves. That's what I need. black men today. Pump, 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 pump. Oh, there's a baby out there? Shh, I ain't got time. There's an example. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's plenty more, but yeah. So educate yourself. Try to put yourself in our shoes. And because you cannot or you don't have the ability to, that means there's a problem. You need to get on our team and let's do this change. Let's make change happen. Be the leader of systematically including us in the Constitution that was never written for us. Y'all ancestors wrote it. You're living and enjoying the privileges. So come on, step up. We're screaming, we're shouting, we're marching, we're pleading. We have all these organizations. We're trying to bring a light to it. Help us out. We can't do it all by ourselves. We got to have unified support. And then lastly, all of us, all walks, Asians, Hispanics, Native Americans, as we now, they call them Native Americans, indigenous people of this land. You know, this what we sitting on is technically their land.
Yes. So
let me quickly put that in perspective. White people, how would you like it if we had the authority to if we had the authority to take over your Fortune 500 company? You want to know why? Because one, it ain't your land. So you have to start paying some property tax to the indigenous people. Number two, that building that was built, most of it is on our back. So we're going to need some royalties. Matter of fact, we don't like the way, the direction that you're moving. Donald Trump, your businesses are now ours. How would you like that? Does that make you feel good? Does it make you feel good? Police officer, you don't go ahead and shoot somebody. All right, okay. You kill them dead. Oh, unfortunate. We crying. Okay. What's going to happen to your pension? It's going to go to that family. Does that make you feel good? Does that work? You like that? I mean, does it soothe your body? Does it make you want to sing a sweet song? Does it? I didn't think so. That's how we feeling. Just want to give you a perspective on that. That's how we feeling. So let's use all of us, because we've all had injustices. I just wanted to highlight that real quick. Native Americans, blacks, Asians in these countries, Latinos, Mexicans in these countries. Seem like everyone besides predominantly lighter, fair-skinned Caucasians, they're not dealing with injustices. If they don't like something, they leave and go somewhere else, and ain't no problem. We leave, try to have a better future, and then we get smacked up the face with racism in the walls of Jericho. But guess what? We're gonna keep marching around that wall until it fall down.
Amen.
That's it. You can build your little Trump wall if you want to. We gonna tear that thing down. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's use our talents, our skills, our connections, our resources, our money to be a beacon of light for change. Well, speaking of change, if you want to securely and fashionably put your money where your mouth is, we have the perfect wallet for you from Jetlag. Considering Father's Day is right around the corner, and we ought to be showing all the love to our black fathers. Can you hear me now? Can I get an amen? To all fathers across this world, you know that wallet would be the perfect wallet. It is truly perfect. It is sophisticated, it's classy, it is sturdy, and it allows you to reduce the size of your wallet. So that way you can make actual decisions. What is it that needs to be in my wallet? Because I can only put 7 cards in there. So you make sure you use our promo code when you head over to jetlag.com, and it's going to be Floydell_15 to get you 15% off. And if you don't know how to spell my name, I say it like this. It's a beautiful compound word. Floyd? Floyd? If Pumpkin is watching. Floyd? And then like the computer, Dell. So FLOY. DDELL 15 to get you 15% off. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to go ahead and close, and I'll let you go ahead and say your final thoughts. Let the queen end us out. Let us all come to the understanding that there are no, I'm saying it again, no masters on this earth. We are here to be of service to each other, to uplift one another. We all have someone to report to. So in my closing, I will leave you with this. You are the light of the world. We are a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden, and we will not allow ourselves to be hidden. Everyone, spread your light.
Shine. Okay.
Yeah, spread your light. Shine your light. Shine it so bright that they ain't got no choice but to be like, all right. I hear you now. Jesus. Oh. I had 20/20, now I got 101. I'm blind. Can't see. That's what we got to do. Let you finish us out.
The only thing I would like to end with, for those of you who don't know, I used to teach Sunday school and children's church at my old church in Indio, California. And I taught the little ones. And the most beautiful thing is that they truly don't see color. Children are so innocent, they only see my best friend, my friend. I like your hair, I like your shoes. You have a beautiful smile. They're so complimentary, they're so kind, they're so nice.
That's good. That's good.
Children.
That's good right there.
Babies already know how to behave to another individual.
And it's instinctive. It's inbred.
Yes. And then they get a little bit older, and then they learn about the rainbow, and then somebody associates the rainbow and the colors in the rainbow with the people in the classroom. And then
whose fault is that?
I'm not a person of blame, but I already said it. They go to the classroom, they associate the rainbow with colors and the colors of the people in the classroom, and then they see color. But up until that point, red, blue, white, brown, all the colors are colors that you use to draw a picture. He's not brown, he's a man to that baby until they get to a certain age. We need to see the man, not the color of him. The woman, not the color of her. That's what we need to see. Just like when we were babies, we need to see the person, not the color of them. That's all I have to say.
And stop giving Mr. Yellow Pink, which equals orange. Stop giving him all that attention. He don't deserve it.
What?
Get out there and vote. We need to make a change. It took a minute to catch that.
It did. It did.
Pink and yellow. What that mean? Orange. Yeah, orange right here. He ain't got no power. We got the power.
Sorry. that did take me. I'm like, who?
So thank you guys for taking the time out to listen with us for this past, I don't know, hour, I think it is.
About an hour, yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Please, if you're going to watch this back from the beginning to the end, we are dead serious about that challenge, and we're dead serious about that call to know more about Black businesses, especially with trying to get our merchandise off the ground. Whoever gives us that, will make sure every single design that you guys get that.
So Ashley Clark has already sent someone she listed someone in the comments already. So.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, if it works
She's
itself
on her
out,
way. She's on her way.
I think we got a winner. But what I'm going to do now, so you guys know that challenge is real. I'm gonna go back and check. I'm gonna look, see who's participated. I'm gonna give it about a week before I say who the winners are. I want to give people enough time. I got all the alerts on my phone. My phone ain't been buzzing, so no one has started doing it yet. So once I give it about a week, I'll announce the winners and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we thank you all for tuning in. We thank you all for supporting, for the support. It's a blessing. It's humbling. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, let us know we're doing the right thing. We love you.